Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you might be in the world and what time you are watching or listening to this. Welcome to our weekly short live stream, where we take just a couple of or maybe three forms out of our in-person practices and we move a little bit, 10 to 15 minutes tops, in what we call a moving meditation. So let's begin the day with a little bit of a warm-up, just kind of get the body loosened up. Let your arms hang loose to your sides, and then just begin to shift your upper torso from side to side. This will put your arms into motion. And then take the hands and make loose fists, and let's begin tapping on the body, tapping on the lower belly and lower back. Very common warm-up move we call knocking on the door of life. And begin to notice your breath. Breathing in through the nose if you're able, and taking the out breath through either the mouth or the nose. Most meditation puts heavy emphasis on monitoring the breath, not necessarily trying to alter it in any way, but taking notice of it. And when we can take that aspect of meditation and combine it with movement, we really can do a powerful activation of the relaxation response. Let's float the hands back off the body, turning that tap into a little bit of a reach. So do a little extra turn of the spine, just reach out to the sides, and then we'll jump into a little exercise to connect the movement to the breath. And gradually let that swing of the arms slow down and become smaller. And let's come back to stillness. Let's begin this movement. It's called spinal cord breathing by rounding the back just a little bit and folding a little bit forward. Spread your elbows out and bring your hands together in loose fists. Put your knuckles together. As you breathe in, straighten up, spread your elbows apart, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then as you breathe out, bring everything back to the starting position and gently round the back. Breathe in, rise and expand, maybe even arch the back just a bit. Breathing out, relax and release. Let's take one more big breath in, full breath out, and then let your arms relax back to your sides and straighten up. So our stance is kind of a neutral, relaxed stance. Feet are about hips width apart, arms are hanging loose at the sides, perhaps a little space under the arms. We're going to begin with three movements today. Out of our 5-element practice this week. These I think are the three that are easiest to do in an audio-only format for those who are just listening. 5-element theory is a framework for looking at and mapping the natural world and the things, primarily us as humans, in it. So we typically think of 5-element theory in terms of seasons and colors and organ meridians. And we have different exercises that work with those different organ meridians. So we're going to do three fairly simple ones today. The first one's for the wood element. It's called bridging earth and sky. So let's take your arms up to about shoulder height. And then let your hands spiral in so that one hand comes above the other as if you're holding a small ball right in front of your tummy. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, let the hands separate. The top hand turns over and that palm pushes upward. The bottom hand pushes down. Breathe in, bring the hands back toward each other. Let them pass each other and switch places. Breathe out and stretch. And your eyes are always following the top hand. So as the hands change places, your eyes are going to follow hand as it goes overhead. Breathing in as the hands change places. Breathing out as we stretch them apart from one another. Let's do 2 more changes. Breathe in, hands pass each other. Breathe out, stretch them apart. And then to close off this form, let's just bring the hands back together where we started, holding that ball in front of our tummy, one hand on top of the ball, one hand on the bottom of the ball. The next one, we're going to use the ball again, so we'll start right here where we are. Look at your top fingers, whichever direction they're pointing. We're going to turn the upper torso in that direction and carry our ball to that side. And then the top hand only is going to float out across in front of you, parallel to the floor. When it gets to the other side, it's going to wrap underneath, and we're going to recapture the ball right in front of the tummy with the other hand on top. Let's add the breath now. Breathe in, carry your ball to the side. Breathe out, hand sweeps across the front like you're wiping a table. The end of that breath out is recapturing the ball with the other hand on top. Breathe in, turn. Breathe out, wipe the table. Recapture the ball. Let's do 1 more to each side. And once you recaptured the ball in front of you, imagine yourself spinning that ball so your hands are now on the sides of the ball instead of on top and bottom. And then turn your palms toward the floor and let the arms relax down. When your arms reach the bottom, connect your thumb and first 2 fingers. We're going to do a movement called the crane soars. So your hands are going to be in a little bit of mudra here, representing the crane's head. So starting at the bottom, breathe in, arms come up on the sides with thumb and 4 fingers connected to about shoulder height. Release the hands at the top, and as you breathe out, let the hands melt back down. Reconnect the fingers, breathe in. Release the hands at the top, breathe out and relax. Let's do 3 more. Two more times. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, release. Last one. And those are our 3 forms for the week, representing 3 of the elements from the 5 elements series. So let's do a simple close today. Breathe in, let your arms rise up all the way over your head. Turn the palms toward the floor and press them down. Let's do that 1 more time. This time when your hands reach the bottom, take either hand, toss it out to the side, and let it rise and come overhead. Coming back to the front, let that hand just trace a line down in front of the body, down in the center. Let's do the other side. Breathe in, toss away, hand floats overhead, comes back to the front, traces down the center line. And when the hands come back toward each other and get close enough together to touch, put them together, put those over your lower belly, step our feet just a little bit closer together for balance as we're going to close our eyes. And we're going to finish today with 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath in. And as you release that breath, Go ahead and release the hands back to your sides. Open your eyes, give everything a little shake out. And thanks for joining me for our weekly session. Have a great day. Namaste.